Welcome to our next artistic journey. Today, I will guide you how to draw one of the familiar fish of the Vietnamese river region, a fish that is not only famous in cuisine but also very interesting in terms of shape, the snakehead fish. The snakehead fish belongs to the catfish family. Basa fish has a long, smooth, and gentle body carrying the simple but very typical beauty of freshwater fish in the West. In this video, we will go through each step together from basic shaping to finishing details, adding shadows, describing texture, and creating highlights for the picture so that you can draw a lively and soulful snakehead fish. Now prepare your paper, pencil, paintbrush, or digital drawing board depending on your habits. When ready, we start by sketching the overall shape of the snakehead fish. Imagine its body as a long but soft diamond with the two ends tapering and the middle part slightly bulging. Draw a long, gentle curve to form the main axis. This curve determines the direction of the fish's swimming and creates softness for the whole picture. You can let the fish's body curve slightly to the left or right to create a sense of natural movement. Once you have the main axis, draw the shape of the body with two parallel lines running along that curve. The middle part of the body can be made a little wider, like a boat lying on its side in the water. The body of the catfish is not too round but slightly flat and slender, so keep your drawing soft, not making the two parallel lines too hard or too straight. At the tail, narrow the two lines to prepare for the characteristic tail fin of this fish. Next, we will shape the head. The head of the catfish is not as big as many other fish species, but it has a slightly round shape with a blunt snout and a wide mouth. Draw the head with a slightly round or oval shape attached to the body. From there, add a short snout in the front ending with a soft curve. The mouth of the catfish is lower than the bridge of the nose, so draw a slight horizontal curve near the bottom of the head. You can leave the mouth slightly open to make the fish look friendlier. Then place the eyes on the top of the head, but not too close to the top. The eyes are small, round, and slightly convex. You can mark them with a small circle, then add a white highlight to create brightness. Keep the eyes simple as the character is in the overall appearance, not the expression. Don't forget to draw a small curve behind the eyes to show the gills. The gills are an important detail because they help shape the head and give the drawing a more realistic feel. Next, we'll sketch the fins. The catfish has three main fins that we need to show clearly: the dorsal fin, the pectoral fin, and the caudal fin. The dorsal fin is located in the middle of the body, slightly towards the head. Draw the dorsal fin as a long triangle with a slightly curved edge that is not too sharp. The base of the fins attaches to the fish's back with a smooth curve, avoiding making it straight. The pectoral fins are located just behind the gills, shaped like a small fan pointing downwards. You only need to sketch a soft, slightly rounded curve. If you want to show that the fish is swimming gently, you can let the pectoral fins slightly deviate to two different sides. The ventral and anal fins of the catfish are quite small. You can add them with a few simple curves below the body. Coming to the caudal fin, this is where you need to focus to create a sense of flexibility. The caudal fin of the catfish is not as flared as a goldfish but has a wide fan shape with slightly curved edges. Draw the tail with two curves extending from the body, then connect them with a soft curve. The tail should not be too pointed but should look strong and full of vitality. Once the main parts have been sketched, redraw the outline with bolder, cleaner lines. This is where you edit the proportions, making the body of the fish smooth. The head balanced, the tail natural, and the fins gentle. Always remember that the fish's body is constantly moving underwater, so every line on the body must be smooth, not stiff. When recontouring, you can also emphasize some sections to create a sense of weight, for example the belly or the head. Now we will add small details to make the picture more vivid. Let's start with the skin texture. The skin of the catfish is relatively smooth and shiny without large scales like the carp. However, you can add a few soft curves along the body to create a sense of smoothness and curvature of the body. Add the dorsal line and the color separation line on both sides of the body with a thin line not too obvious but enough to create depth. If you want more details, you can add a few small dots on the belly or near the gills, but don't do too much because the catfish has a minimalist appearance. Next, we will add shadows and lighting. This is an important step to create volume for the fish's body. Imagine the light coming from above, like the light shining down on the water when the fish swims near the surface. That means the back of the fish will be darker, the belly will be lighter. Use a pencil or brush to lightly shade from the area near the dorsal fin down. The curves of the body will need to be a little darker to create depth. In particular, in places like right under the fin, under the gills, and the waist of the body, you can apply darker shadows to highlight the shape. If you are painting in color, the catfish usually has a gray-blue, dark blue, or silver color scheme. You can blend the colors from dark to light to give the fish's body a natural shine. Use a dark color for the back of the fish, a neutral color for the middle of the body, and the lightest belly for contrast. The fins should be slightly transparent with a slightly darker edge to create a thin and soft feeling. Don't forget to add some highlights in the places where the water reflects, such as along the body and on the head, to make the painting more vivid. When the painting is almost finished, take a final look at the whole picture. See if the curve of the fish's body is natural, if the head is balanced with the body, if the tail is soft and harmonious, if the light and shadow are suitable. Adjust the small details such as the eyes, gills, fin edges, if necessary to increase the sophistication. Sometimes just a small edit can help the whole painting become more harmonious. Finally, when you feel satisfied, sign the painting. That is the moment you acknowledge the results of your patience, concentration, and creativity. Drawing a catfish is not just drawing a fish, but also feeling the softness of the water, the rhythm of the creature's movements, and the simple beauty of river life. Thank you for accompanying me throughout the process of drawing a catfish today. Hope you had a relaxing time and learned many new techniques. See you in the next videos where we will continue to explore art through many other interesting animals. Wish you always keep your passion for creativity in every drawing. Welcome to our creative art space. Today, I will guide you how to draw a familiar and popular fish in Vietnamese life and cuisine, which is basa fish. Basa fish is a freshwater fish with a long body slightly flattened on both sides, smooth skin, simple but very characteristic colors. In this video, we will go through each step from basic shaping, detailed sketching, to completing blocks, shading texture, and creating highlights so that you can draw a lively basa fish as if swimming in cool water. Prepare your paper pencil or digital drawing board and start from the first strokes. To draw a basa fish, you first need to sketch the overall shape of the body. Imagine the fish body as an elongated oval, slightly flattened on both sides. The head and the tail are thinner than the middle. Draw a long, gentle curve as the main axis. This will be the direction of movement for the whole body of the fish. This curve can be slightly curved like an S shape to create the feeling of the fish swimming. Then draw two parallel lines running along this axis, forming the body of the fish. The middle part of the body is moderately bulging, and the two ends gradually taper to prepare for the head and tail. Next, we will sketch the head. The head of the basa fish is slightly pointed, has a soft snout, and a slightly wide mouth. Draw the head with a small oval attached to the body, then add a small snout protruding forward. The mouth of the fish should be represented by a slight curve near the bottom of the head, which can be slightly open to create a lively feeling. The basa fish has round, slightly bulging eyes located on the top of the head. Place a small circle. Add a highlight to make the fish's eyes look soulful and catch the natural light. After the head is completed, we move on to the fins. The basa fish has dorsal fins, pectoral fins, ventral fins, and caudal fins. The dorsal fin is usually long, starting from about a third of the body and running towards the tail. The shape is slightly pointed, but the edge is soft. Draw the dorsal fin with a long curve clinging to the back of the fish. The upper edge is slightly curved to create a soft feeling. The pectoral fin is located near the gills, slightly small, triangular in shape, pointed outwards. You only need to draw a small curve to show. The ventral fin is located below, also small and gentle. You can sketch a thin line parallel to the body. The caudal fin is an important point that creates swimming momentum, so you should draw it wide. Fan-shaped, slightly curved, soft, connected to the body. The edge of the fin can be slightly undulating to create natural movement. When the overall frame is complete, redraw the outline with a firmer hand. The head, body, tail, and fins all need clear outlines, but still keep them soft. The outline of the body should not be too hard or bent because basa fish have soft and flexible bodies. You can also press lightly on the bulging points of the body or head to create volume and weight. Next, we will add details to the fish skin. The skin of the basa fish is smooth without large scales but has a slight reflection of light on the body. You can draw small curves along the body to suggest muscle lines, creating a feeling of soft and smooth skin. In some areas near the dorsal and ventral fins, adding a few small dots or light veins will also help the picture become more vivid, but should not be too thick to maintain the characteristic minimalist style. The next step is to create shapes and shadows. Imagine the light coming from above shining down on the fish body. The back of the fish will be darker while the belly will be lighter. Use a pencil or light color to shade the underbelly, the underside of the fins, and make the body of the fish have a soft gradient. Strong curves of the body, such as the belly or head, can be emphasized a little darker to create depth. The fins and tail also need light shadows to show fragility, softness, but still have vitality. If you want to color, choose natural colors such as blue-gray, dark blue silver, or light brown. The back of the fish can be darker, the middle of the body medium, the belly lighter to create light contrast. The dorsal and caudal fins should be lighter than the body to create a transparent, soft feeling. Add some highlights on the body and head to simulate light reflecting on the water surface, which will make the picture more vivid. After the main details and colors are completed, observe the overall. Is the curve of the fish body natural? Are the head and tail balanced? Are the fins soft and harmonious? Are the light and shadow suitable? If you see any disharmony, you can adjust it with a few light strokes. Basa fish have a simple but delicate appearance, so every small detail also needs meticulousness to make the overall look vivid. If you want, you can add surrounding backgrounds, such as ripples, water bubbles, or light through the water surface to add depth to the picture. However, even if you keep a single basa fish on a white or simple colored background, the picture will still be beautiful thanks to the soft and graceful shape of the fish's body. Finally, when you feel satisfied with your work, sign your name in the corner of the picture. This is the moment you mark your creative achievement. Drawing basa fish is not just drawing a familiar fish, but also feeling the water flow, the softness of the body, and the simple beauty of Vietnamese river life. Thank you for accompanying me in the process of drawing basa fish today. Hopefully you have learned new techniques, both relaxing and developing your observation and creativity. See you in the next videos where we will explore more interesting creatures and continue to create inspiring and vivid paintings. Wish you always keep the passion and creativity in every drawing.